I'm kind of sneaky sometimes. Like on the track I laid down before this one. I'll start out talking about, frivolities, for lack of a better word. How's the weather type stuff. You know what I'm saying, right? And then I'll slam you. I'll slam you with some kind of, sledgehammer between your eyes. I do enjoy doing that. It's good natured. I apologize, though. Just be careful when you're listening to my tracks, because, we may be sailing along on the open sea and everything is beautiful and there's seagulls, seagulls, what did they call? What do they do? Seagull, making noise above you, following your luxury sailing craft. Okay, yeah, you can stop. That's good, John. You painted a picture. Okay, half of it. Just stop. So, yeah, I kind of, sometimes I'll try to set you up and get you like emotional, So when I come at you with the real intent of my message, when I go for the headshot, I try to maybe soften you up with body blows first, if that makes sense. I try. I don't know. Probably not good at it, but. I remember Andrew in the bathroom in the morning. Well, this isn't starting off well, John. No, it's not, is it? I remember Andrew in the bathroom early in the morning. And he was, I may have mentioned this before, but I don't care. We're here. And I would come in to use the bathroom. I'm working in the government. A couple of us, he had flexi time. So you could come in kind of early. It would help you get out kind of early. I would come in the men's room some mornings, and I would find Andrew standing there in front of the mirror. I don't know what he was practicing. I need you to imagine yourself standing in front of the mirror and sort of taking the corners. I got dip in my mouth, so I can only describe it so far. My hypocrisy can only go so far. But imagine taking your and then flexing them things on the side of your neck and making them raise up. Okay? Them tendons or whatever they are. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. So you get in your mouth grimacing wide, and you do it like that, and you pull it up on the sides so you make like these wings come out of your neck. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, well, I would catch him doing that. Not so much to the neck. I want to say this man was pretty well versed at this physical exercise, because he could control it too, because I could see his neck. When he's standing in front of the men's room mirror, it's a rather well lit room. Thank you, golly gee. And he could control it, or he could he grimace his mouth over to the side without flaring his neck. Okay? So practice doing that in front of the mirror. You get in front of the mirror and you start to pull your mouth like you're going to make the wings come out of your neck, but make your mouth go as wide as it can without your wings coming out of your neck. And that's what he would do. I would catch him doing that. Now, of course, I would quick glance and then go to my station and do my business. I don't even think the first time you'd have been proud of me. I did not do a double take. Nope, not even the first time I came in to find him doing that. Yeah, Andrew. What's that movie with John Hurt, The Naked Civil Servant? That was us. So many of us were naked in some way or another. Broken. Exposed. unfit for survival in the jungle and all that the jungle brings on the streets. Good man. I hope that he is well. And I remember telling you another quick video about this girl that beat me up in like the 7th grade or 8th grade, and I told you about, and then I prayed for her in front of you, and then I charged you all and said, that blew some of you all away. I can't do that with the kid in like the 3rd grade, the big kid that threw me across the 3 or 4 desks. No, I still carry a torch for him. I have to confess. I cannot say, I can certainly say I love you, whomever you are from my distant memory, that I love you, and leave it at that, this young man. But because of what he did, the man in me would still look for him on the street today. And if somebody could say to me absolutely that was the man, he would be in trouble in that moment for what he did to me. Because you see, with the girl that beat the hell out of me, I kind of asked for it. Yep, I was a willing participant in that. In the other story, say 4 years, 5 years earlier, in the 3rd grade, 2nd or 3rd grade, 4th grade, I didn't ask for it. He absolutely used his prowess, his physical size, and just bullied me from the beginning. Because I was an easy mark. That's why I haven't forgiven him. And I look for him on the street, even to this day. I confess my resentment freely to you, Father. You want to go there or there? Do we go high or low? Michelle? Do we go high or low? Let's go low. I've talked about the Chautauqua Kid before. Very interesting man. That was a name that I bestowed upon him for his earthly accomplishments, his status in life that he achieved. Loves to sail. You know, you picture, Captain Morgan up there, well, I guess, except without a pipe and a parrot, I want to say, and a metal leg. Okay, sort of like that, only not. A very clean-cut lawyer type. He loves to sail. But before I promoted him to the Chautauqua Kid, because I have always been Scirocco of the two, the duet that we make. I being the hot wind. So I've always named myself Scirocco. But it used to be, instead of Scirocco and the Chautauqua Kid, it used to be Scirocco and the Gremlin. And I'm glad I elevated him to the Chautauqua Kid. He's a fine man. I believe he could use our prayers. For those of you that should choose to consider my hint, my proffer. I'm drawn to him as he is. I cannot say he's innocent. He's a man. Still, I say, he's innocent. As a child, in the best ways imaginable. And I'll let you fill those in. I'll let you ad-lib those, mad-lib those. Fill in those underlined slots for open words. You know what I'm talking about. Shush. Michelle Obama, you shush too, because I know you're listening. You're probably the 15th subscriber. I know, right? Uh-huh. And as I'm assembling these little bullet points on a scratch pad, just in willy-nilly, because that's the way my mind works. I see me. I see that the more youthful a soul is, the more innocent a soul is. The more strike innocent. The more unpolluted a soul is. Seems to be a direct relationship there with that and the age of the person. That is, the younger they are, the more do they seem to fit those characteristics. The more do I feel comfortable with them. Why, you would even see me now. You hear about people, I'm the one over in the corner with the dog. Well, I guess that'd probably be kind of me too. But if there were little kids at the party, no, I'm the one with the little kids. On my buttocks, on the floor, so I can get down to their level. And yelling and screaming until I'm hoarse. And by then I've had 3 or 4 of them climb all over me. One of them possibly urinate on me. But that's where you would find me at the party. Because I would feel safest there. Because they haven't had time to learn to judge yet. So Jack used to say, I mean, he's a member of the fellowship. I mean, this is many years ago now. I hope he's still alive, but he would probably be an older man for sure. But I remember one night, a bit of a diminutive man, smaller in stature, but certainly not in spirit. And I think he kind of be careful what you pray for, because if you pray for patience, you might get long lines. I think he kind of took that to the nth degree in that he painted a lovely story actually about applying for a job. Now, for all of you, for all of you people that, just don't know what a writing instrument is, just, okay? For them, that would just make the cutoff there. I'll try to explain it to you better. Slowlier. So I got to fill out the application for the job with a writing instrument, karandash. And I've got to then, probably to my best interest, attach a short resume, 1 page, 1 side, gang. Okay? Quick tip there for, you new college grads. 1 page, 1 side. And please don't blather on about yourself in that 1 page, 1 side. Just the facts. Sorry. I'm trying to help the youth out there. I'm giving back my experience, strength, and hope. And Jack would be like, and then write your resume, and then you gotta put an envelope in it, and you gotta put a stamp on it, and then you gotta walk it down to the mailbox, and you gotta open the lever, and you gotta put the envelope in there, and you gotta close it, and you gotta turn around, and you gotta go back to your house. In other words, you have to do the footwork. You can turn and ask God, Daddy, for something, right? You can ask him to move the mountain. Right? Faith of a mustard seed. Ask this mountain to be moved. You can ask him to move that mountain, but you better bring a shovel. Yes, the fellowship of AA that you have given us, fallen creatures, is certainly a band-aid from God. Yes, Heavenly Father, the wisdom of this program. I'm gone now. I don't even know what the hell sorry. I don't even know what the heck last thing I said. I'm gone. Oh, Jack putting the thing in the mailbox. Yeah, man. You better watch what you ask for, too, because if you ask that old man for something that you and I and he and everybody else knows that you can easily do for yourself, woe is you. Woe is you. That's on the order of tempting him. Can I say that? Because it just came to me. Okay, if my heart feels good in the darkness of your authority. Yeah, that's on the order of tempting him. When you come to him and say, I want another quarter-hour raise. When you pick something, gluttony. Gluttony. It's one of the cardinal sins. Okay, we're dancing around gluttony now. If you want to ask for something, that's fine. You want to say to him, I need to move that mountain, that's fine. Bring a shovel and be prepared to start digging. Because it's a team effort. He is not your puppet. Thank you for the wisdom of AA that has been imparted to me, that I may share here now with the listener. Okay, let's end on a happy note. Oh man, I'm so bad. Can I paint this better? Because I'm 18 then. I'm 18. Okay, let me ask you a question. Help me with an analogy. Because I got the primary analogy. I just need a warm-up analogy. Help me. That works. Okay, let's go with that because I'm struggling. Not struggling because of bridging. You've helped me bridge everything, but yeah. You heard the expression, throwing good money after bad. Oh, you're good, Father. Thank you. That's a perfect bridge. Of course it's perfect. Most. That's bridge in Russian. Most. You see what I mean about those O's and O's? Most. Phonetically Latin, M-O-S-T. Most. Bridge. Doesn't look like that in Cyrillic-ish. No, it doesn't. Close though. M-O-C-T. Yes. But the M is, never mind. The M looks more like okay, yeah. Why do you throw good money after bad? Ooh, glasses off too, okay. Why do you throw good money after bad? Why do you put any stock, any value, any faith, any belief? There it is. Why would you put any belief in anything that comes out of the mouth of the dead man walking? Why would you do that? Dead man walking is a colloquialism for a prisoner who's about to be executed. They're walking that final stretch to the gas chamber or whatever. Dead man walking. So as he passes your cell, because you weren't the best person, you really weren't the best person, because you're on death row too. No, at that point, he would be in an isolation building facility. This is what I'm told. I wouldn't know anything about that personally. So as he gives his last manifesto, his last breath, would you like to say anything before the final, needle is, knocks you out? Why would you put any value in anything that comes out of that convicted man's mouth? Even, I'm sorry. Because you immediately have to, if you're the mother of the son that was murdered, you immediately have to ask yourself, for whom? So anything that comes out of that man's, assuming it's a male prisoner, on that gurney, ready to take the last injection. No telephone calls coming. That person is, in effect, damned. They're already dead. Hence, dead man walking. But yet, you put that faith into Lucifer, who was also damned. You put faith into what comes forth from his mouth.